Hello and welcome everybody to Game 3 of SjoW versus Harstem. I am so excited right now because it is currently tied up 1-1. The winner of this game is going to be taking the series, and Game 3 is going to be here on MLG Dual Site. Spawning in the left position as the Blue Terran, playing from Team Dignitas, we have SjoW. His opponent and the winner of Game 2, tying it up 1-1, spawning in the right position of Dual Site as the Pink Protoss, we have Harstem. Now, as I said already, this is a best of 3. It is currently tied up 1-1. What are some things we can expect from both of these players? Man, I don't even know. I would say it'd be safe to say that SjoW is most likely going to be going for a Bioforce once again, just because that seems to be his preferred method of killing Dem Protoss players. So I would bet that we're going to see something similar. On Dual Site, this is of course a 2-player map, so it is possible to see some kind of early aggression just because the rush distance isn't terribly long. It's not the shortest rush distance in the world, but it's not the longest either. It's fairly medium-sized, so early aggression is possible on this map. If either one of these players want to try to end this game early, they can definitely do so. MLG Dual Site is definitely a good choice for doing it on. And the fact that SjoW picked MLG Dual Site kind of suggests to me that he might actually use that short rush distance and the fact that it's a 2-player map to his advantage, but we will see. Will he be going for that fast expansion that we've seen out of him for the past 2 games? We do see one gas geyser is going to be going up. Once again, Harstem is going to be getting in the base just in time to be able to scout this. This is really nice play here by Harstem. This scout timing, he knows when to scout so that he can get right into the base before those supply depots go down and be able to get in, get the scouting information that he needs, and get out before the second supply depot goes down. So I really like that there from Harstem. So far, no scouting yet for SjoW. If he were to scout into Harstem's base, he would see that there is a gateway currently up. Cybernetics core going down as well. One gas has been taken, so looks like Harstem going to be going for the exact same identical build that he went for in the previous 2 games. I would almost expect that Nexus to be coming up right as soon as Harstem has the resources. It looks like he is definitely saving up some resources, and it looks like he might be taking an expansion here. There's one Marine moving across the map, going to be able to take that Zelnaga watchtower, and ooh, we actually have a very early factory coming down here from SjoW. Keep in mind that before he was getting up a fairly fast command center, but now it looks like he's going to be going for that factory and taking a second gas here as well. And whoa, SjoW, buddy. Okay, he wasn't making workers there, which is unusual for SjoW. Professional players this early on in the game, they have very precise build orders that require constant probe production, and if they cut workers for anything, it's almost always a very specific purpose that they cut workers for. Because professional players know how important it is to always be maintaining constant worker production, and if they cut workers, then that's kind of a big deal. And SjoW looks like he might have dropped the ball there a little bit and stopped making SCVs there for quite a long while there. I mean, I saw at least 5 or 6 seconds that he wasn't making any workers there at his orbital command, but as we can see, he has started to resume that SCV production again, so he's going back into that full SCV production. Looks like we do have a 1-on-1 here coming out of SjoW. We do see that barracks currently up with a reactor on it. We do have that factory producing a tech lab that he's going to be swapping onto that starport. So it looks like it is going to be a fast Banshee here out of SjoW. In the meantime, an expansion nexus has been taken by Harstem, followed up by 2 more gateways. So Harstem actually going once again for the identical build that he went the previous 2 games. Now, this is something that I think kind of shows the level of SjoW's playing. The fact that SjoW can enter competitive games, tournament games, and have a variety of styles that he can play in different builds that he has refined and he knows well. This is the mark of a true professional player. A lot of players will have very well refined builds. Players like Harstem, ones that are in Grandmaster. These are very good players. But they have very refined builds for each matchup. They'll have a PvT matchup, they'll have a PvZ matchup, and they'll have a PvP matchup. And they won't have that many a variety of builds. And when they go into tournament play, they'll just want to use their most well-refined and solid builds. But as we can see, SjoW, he's come prepared with quite a variety of builds here, as it looks like it is going to be 1 base pressure. Once again, notice he's not making any more workers right now. He has cut worker production. This factory is now positioned way away from the ramp so that it won't get any kind of scouting information, and did actually, I'm actually curious to know if Harstem, no, Harstem didn't actually even see that starport there when he poked in with that stalker, so he doesn't know that the starport is down, and that could be devastating as he is focusing on getting this expansion up right now, and he currently has very, very few units out on the field. Robotics facility is up, Observer going to be coming on the way, no cloak yet anyway for SjoW, but that Banshee is now moving into position behind this natural expansion, could potentially deal a lot of damage here as he is now moving in to start to deal a lot of damage to his opponent right now, picking off just a couple of workers there. 2 workers killed so far as he's now moving in, trying to move into the main expansion to try to see if he can't deal some damage there. Looks like he is going to be able to be shooed away rather quickly, as the stalkers are going to be able to shoo that away rather fast, but holy cow, SjoW, he is pulling all of his SCVs right now, pulling a ton of his SCVs, a ton of Marines currently on the map. Looks like siege tanks are currently out on the move as well. Do we have siege mode completed? No, siege tech has not yet been completed. This is strictly a Marine Banshee siege tank push. 2 Banshees are currently out on the field, and this is a lot of Marines, a lot of SCVs. This is going to be completely all in here from SjoW. This is going to be all or nothing. He needs to win with this push. If he loses this push right now, that is going to be devastating. He is not going to be able to come back from it right now because he really doesn't have much of anything mining back home right now. He's currently trying to reinforce with what he can, but now he's moving in with a lot of forces here, and the forces of Harstem are actually looking rather big, but is he going to have enough to deal with this? These siege tanks don't have their siege mode, so they are just going to be dealing damage from this mode right now. These Banshees going to be able to add so much DPS to this mixture. These SCVs going to be able to repair a lot of the siege tanks and a lot of the Banshees. Probes have been pulled off the line here from Harstem as he's waiting to get as many units as he can. Immortal is now up, and it looks like Harstem is going to be going into the engagement here, forcing SjoW into the corner right now. This is a major engagement. Lots of probes now being pulled here from Harstem. So much damage being dealt. I can't tell who's going to be coming out on top of this match. Currently, so many units are going down for both sides right now, and oh no, it looks like SjoW might actually come out on top of this fight right now. Harstem now being forced to pull back. The Nexus has gone down. The Marine count is still rather high. 2 siege tanks currently still out as well. There is 1 Banshee out that is being mass repaired by these remaining 3 SCVs, and he is now moving into the main expansion here, and now Harstem pulling back, trying to warp in as many units as he can, trying to wait as long as he can before he produces any more units. We do currently see more forces moving across the map here for SjoW, and it looks like SjoW now moving in. All the probes being pulled off the line here for Harstem as he's going to start focus everything. SjoW now pulling back to the ramp, trying to hold all his forces there on the ramp, and it looks like Harstem gonna GG out of Game 3, and SjoW, with the 1 base all in, manages to take Game 3, winning the series. Beautiful, beautiful play there by SjoW. Holy cow, that was an exciting final game. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I hope you guys enjoyed that game too. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. Please comment down below. Let me know what I can do to make these casts better for you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Thanks guys. Glitch out.